Greetings, YouTubers. Dave with Roach Dog RC. I hadn't put up a video in a while, so I thought I would go ahead and just do an overview of the HG P402 that I've been working on. It's been like a hobby project. For the price that I picked it up, it's been actually incredible little RC truck. As I stated before, I've made some changes. The box and the speed control was up front, and the battery bay was in the back. So I just kind of switched them out, put the battery up front to get more front end space up front, and put the ESC receiver in the back. And it all kind of slipped into the same spots, same width and everything. The only drawback is with this up front here is when you put the battery in, you know, it kind of sits up in the air. Doesn't sit flat. But it's workable. You know, I put in a couple straps to help hold it down, so it seems to work just fine. The actual 1500 that came with it, I didn't find it to be a very good battery at all, so I bumped up to a 32. It's a Venom 32 20C, and it works a lot better. You know, when I was getting into the real rough rocks and getting stuck on a lot of stuff and having to push and power through it, that 1500 just ran out of juice really quick. As I stated before, I put on some piggyback shocks from Linkage. These actually have a working reservoir, and to be perfectly honest with you guys, I mean, these are wonderful shocks. They do a great job. I just don't know a lot about them. I tried doing some research on them. I'm not exactly sure how much oil to put in them. Do you fill it to the top? Do you fill the reservoir to the top? You got to have a little air gap in there. You know, I'm just not quite sure. I'm experimenting, putting a little in, taking a little out to see what's working best for me. If any of you guys out there know what the best setup is for these reservoir shocks, the actual working reservoir shocks, please comment. Kind of give me a heads up so I can get a working idea of what I need to do. Other than that, I haven't changed too much. I did put an axial 55 turn motor in it. You know, as stated before, it does have a high and low gear, which is kind of cool. I always run in the low gear, and the 55 seems to be working good. You know, everything meshed up perfectly, and it works very well. I'm actually going to, as far as the battery is concerned, I'm going to get a standard SCX10 front axle and go ahead and install that. The measurements look like everything's going to work well, and I'll be able to lower the battery bay a little bit flatter because the servo is actually going to be able to sit on the axle like the SCX10 does. Plus, it'll lower the linkage, the steering linkage. It's really hard to see. Yeah, let's see if I can get it. The steering linkage is just way jacked up in here. It's a real steep angle. It's one thing that I don't like about the truck is it doesn't have a real good turning radius. I mean, there's a lot of seesawing back and forth to get it to turn. So I think by putting a axle front differential on here and putting that servo down lower, I think we're going to be able to get a little bit better turning radius. And that's really all the improvements I have for it right now in mind. It seems to run really good. I didn't like the stock tires that came with it. You know, they're probably going to work okay in the dirt. But when I got out on a wet, slippery rock, they just spun. There was no grip to it whatsoever. So I went ahead and I had an old set of the R35s that came with an axle rig. So I put those on, and they seem to be working a little bit better. I did install some lights. What I did is I went and got a kit, and I didn't go standard. I got blue and green to kind of go with that Predator theme that I'm going with. And once I put the body on, you'll kind of understand. But they actually came with their own metal inserts. So I just kind of drilled out the bumper down here and put them in. I'll go ahead and plug that in for you real quick, and you can kind of take a peek and see here. I guess I'll have to wait till I get the body on. I've got everything running up into the body, but as you can see, I just ran the wiring along the frame here. Ran it to here, then I came up through. Right here is where I'm going to come up through to the back of the body. So yeah, I think we're a little close. Let me pull this away a little bit. There we go. So, and like I said, I went with the Predator theme, and I've done some modifications to the body. We can take a peek. There's my body. I hated the silver gray that comes with it, so I painted a nice fluorescent royal blue. So the color came out really nice. You can see my little Predator guy in there. Fits the theme. Fit in there really nice. Good colors. Go with everything. I built a flat rag top. I've got what I use Corbo plastic underneath, and I just covered it with some canvas that I had painted black. And I made like a little roof rack to go along with everything. So you can put some of your scale things up on top. So yeah, it turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks a lot better than the original. Of course, a couple gas tanks in the back. Let me go ahead and hook up these lights here. You can kind of see what I've done. And I think the blue and green are pretty cool. They're very bright. They shine out very well at nighttime. There'll be no problem driving around at nighttime with them. They shoot out a good 36 to 48 inches in front of the rig. So there we go. You kill the lights here. You can kind of see it. Oh, looks like I got, there we go. We got them all functioning there. You can take a good look at it. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool look. And I also put, and I don't know if you can see it. See if I can show it. I've got dash. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to see without flipping it over. But if you look, I put like dome lights. See the dome lights up there? Yeah, we're fighting with the battery. Here we go. Yeah, you can see them up there shining. So they actually shine down on the whoever's sitting in the front seat. And I put in some dash lights. You can kind of see the red and the blue there on the dash. Kind of fun stuff. It looks cool at nighttime. So that's about it. I haven't had a chance to get outside and do any kind of real driving around yet. Just been too busy doing other things. So I'm going to show you. I got the battery. See, I ran the wires right up through here in the back, and I'm actually just going to mount this battery with some Velcro back here. So there you have it. This is the HG P402. I got it from gearbest.com. Like I say, it's a, yeah, I wouldn't call it an entry level, but you know, it's one you can go out there and bang and beat up, but it looks like all the parts are interchangeable with axial so far. Yeah, how can you go wrong? I mean, when I bought this, which was in early December, I paid $60 for it. Which is really unbelievable. And over this last February of 2016, the price was down to $55.81. And they ran that price for about a month. I almost thought about picking up a couple more just to have them, but I'm sure it'll get down again, and I might be in a better place to do it then. But anyway, for all you out there, it's a good inexpensive project car to go out and have a good time, maybe for the kids, or just an extra rig to get out there and change up and dig around and learn about how the trucks work and the gears and all that kind of good stuff. It's a good vehicle to do it with. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.